They do a caramel cheese mix too if you want.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to ReeRoles, where we are discussing caramel popcorn. Apparently, it is my.
You don't say no to the popcorn.
Very pertinent too.
I saw the countdown. I was just like, "Oh, they're not going to stop. Oh, this is going to be delicious."
Sometimes it is my honor to run games with these wonderful people. Sometimes it is my burden. But we're here all the same. So I'm going to go ahead and let these wonderful people tell you who they will be playing today. And then we'll see just how they manage to deal with their current predicament. And we'll start with Phoenix.
Oh, countercop. Okay. Hi, I'm Kira858, and I'm playing a Phoenix who is trying his hardest to work with the cabal and yet listen to his mentor's advice at the same time. The struggle is real, and that's me. Claudia, with the shake of the head of your next.
Yeah. I'm just shaking my head on that one. I'm Judy Vanish. I'm playing Dr. Claudia Fountain Blue Drake of Tradition Verbena, sharing popcorn links because Garrett's is best. And yeah, I'm just there's a whole lot to unpack here, and I'm going to need alcohol. Glory. Go, Ari. Go, Ari. Go.
Sorry. My brain is still on popcorn. Hi, I'm Ari. I'm playing Kian tonight, who is not popcorn obsessed, but I am eyeing some cheddar cheese popcorn and debating my life right now.
That's fair. I'm Sir Monolith playing Ethan tonight. As if you were here for last episode, it may have ended with me getting shot and blowing up a car. So we're gonna. I mean, plus side, it wasn't our car. So I guess we'll see where that takes us today.
Yep. As you all can see, we are very professional. So we're the greatest of professionals here. But we do rejoin our cabal in a tense moment as Ethan has been shot and is currently fighting for his life. You all have managed, thanks to some quick thinking by Ethan, as well as a guiding hand from Phoenix's I believe he told you it's his sister. So from his sister.
No, not yet. He did not say.
Then from an unusual source. As the four of you are attempting to escape, as you are finishing your escape, Claudia, I need you to make me an intelligence and medicine roll. Difficulty will be 8, but because of something, the difficulty is going to go down to 6. As you feel a certain. Yes, as you feel a certain calmness pass over you.
Can I use my life sphere just for added to make sure I know what I'm doing, or read his body while doing this, or no?
I would say you can roll. I'll let you roll your RT for a life effect to kind of monitor his life signs and things like that. So go ahead and roll that first.
Like the avatar roll?
Yes. RT difficulty 4 for that.
I love my dice. That's a 3.
Okay. I will say the difficulty will go down to 5 on this roll. So now I make an intelligence and medicine roll, difficulty 5.
That's 4.
Okay. You are able to stabilize Ethan. He will need proper medical attention, but for now, he is not in danger of getting any worse. So, as Claudia is in the middle of dealing with this, the blood getting everywhere, as you all are attempting to drive away, where are you going?
Claudia will just be like, "We're going to my place. Just follow."
Ethan, are you all right?
Just put your hand here and don't move it.
Okay.
Thank you. I gotta get on my bike and drive.
Never better.
Yeah.
I see that in the movies. That's usually a lie, but it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Is
As a
there
wise
anything,
man once said, it's just a flesh wound.
there anything you wish to do before you arrive at Claudia's home?
Nothing for me.
All right.
Ethan may try, and I wonder if this would be vulgar or not, but may try to use his bodysuit's rapid trauma response injectors to deliver some healing on the spot.
I'm going to say that would definitely be vulgar. There isn't really. Unfortunately, there isn't much you could do with the technology that would heal a gunshot wound immediately. But you are welcome to do it anyway.
Not
I will even.
much. I was under the impression that aggravated was the only thing that was automatically lethal for healing. With
It depends on the nature of the wound. Aggravated damage is always vulgar, but in this case, a gunshot wound is a bit harder to heal. What I would tell you is that you can do things to make the damage a bit less painful. You can kind of have your suit fill in the injury with medicine. I don't know much about treating gunshot wounds, to be honest with you, but especially to the chest. So I would say what you can do is you can effectively do first aid. It would make it easier for someone else to heal later. That would be coincidental, as it would just look like you are kind of, I don't know, cauterizing the wound or whatever one does to treat gunshots. I don't.
I figured if it's going to be healing, the healing is going to start from the bottom up, right? So it's going to be like whatever internal damage there is what's going to get started to get healed first, and then whatever's left over on the outside or not, if it, so Ethan being in a state of pain and maybe a little bit of panic after getting shot probably for the first time, isn't really thinking about the paradox too much. He built this gadget, and he's like, this is exactly what this is for. So he's gonna use it. So that would be life 3, right? Yeah. No.
I would.
Yeah, life 2.
I will be kind enough to say that there are no witnesses at the moment. It's just you all on this road, so it'll be difficulty 7.
Yeah, technically life 2. Wouldn't using a tool for that make it slightly easier?
Yes, I would say this would count. So I would say that would mean your difficulty be 6. It'll be reduced again thanks to something else. There's just a calmness that you feel kind of radiating off and radiating onto you at the moment. So the difficulty will be 5 total.
Okay, and Ethan will spend a point of quintessence to bring it down 1 more, so 4.
All right.
Because this is not messing around time, right? Plus,
Right.
From the player side of things, got those damage penalties, which are not fun. So you want to actually try to give yourself the best chance.
Okay, go for it. See how it goes.
2 successes.
2 successes. I would say you can begin the healing process, and you will be able to heal up to 2 levels of damage, of two levels of lethal. Your suit is doing what it can to battle against the injury.
Very nice.
All right.
Oh, that feels a little better.
All right. So you all can hear the suit whirl to life. Parts of it have been damaged by the bullet, but you can see it is beginning its best to stitch, not quite stitch the wound together, but fighting against the more painful, the more problematic sections of the injury. I will say through the magic of editing, we all are able to arrive at Claudia's home. We'll say it takes about an hour to get there from the city. Claudia, what does your home look like?
Well, first they'll go down a long road and they'll see a red barn and a red kind of house. And then they will see the orchard, several orchards. They will also see several plots of farm land where it's herbs, it's flowers, it's a whole bunch of medicinal plants. It's pretty much an oh fuck, we just went farmland. And you drive another, I want to say quarter or actually full mile past, and you'll see an older. It's still nice. It's still put together, but it's an older home. It's a kind of faded white, not completely, almost like a cream. And she'll pull into there, and she'll park and have them pull all the way to the back end of the house, where you will see an old Victorian conservatory with red brick, dark iron rot holding the glass in place, and it looks still good and functional, just looks older, a couple, at least a good 120 years old. And she'll park and go over to help Smalls out and tell them we got to go into the conservatory. My work is down in the bottom in the basement.
Well, sure, I'm feeling a little bit better. Still a little.
Yeah, no. Just come on, Smalls.
There we go. As Ethan's like walking, he's probably flinching a little bit. Not because he got shot in the leg, but because moving the wound hurts.
She'll help him into the conservatory and go all the way to the back. And there is a row of trees, like smaller trees. And she'll put her hand in between them to find her mechanism to open it. And the trees will move literally to the side, and a staircase is shown. And she'll go, gotta go down here.
Oh wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah, wait until you see downstairs.
Ooh, I
And
can't wait.
Everyone goes down, it turns into what looks like an old apothecary kitchen, dried herb station, plus there's a cauldron to the side, there's a stove, and it looks like a whole it's the same width of the conservatory, but just going down the back way. And yeah, she has a table, and she'll just say, hop up on that, pull your pants down, and let me see the wound.
Pull my pants down.
Wherever
Phoenix.
your wound is. If it's the
Phoenix
chest,
turn.
if it's just expose the wound, dude.
Phoenix turns around to give Ethan some privacy. He's like, I will look this way.
Dude, it's
Just
Come on.
want to state for the record, he was shot in the chest.
oh, thank you. Dude, it's a chest. You can turn around
So-
because I'm gonna need extra hands.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. And Phoenix would turn back around.
Ethan just like takes his, overclothes off and revealing the bodysuit underneath, and then unzips it's in the back, so he reaches an arm back to grab a little tassel that's attached to the zipper and zips it down a bit so he can pull his sleeves off and bring the suit down to expose his chest and upper body in general.
Claudia just pulls her hair up so she doesn't get in the way of things and starts to look at it and pulls her first aid kit out.
Does this sting? Ah!
All right. So, if you would like to begin this, if you want to do magical healing, I want you to RT roll. You are in your sanctum, so the difficulty will be, it'll be a coincidental effect. Let me just double check what rating in sanctum you have.
You have a 2 rating, and also this has a lot of plants that she's used. So would green path apply? Green thumbs, the mirror green thumb apply.
Thumb do.
Right then. Junie's running out of hair accessories.
I would say
Okay.
you can reduce the roll by 2, thanks to those 2 effects, both your sanctum as well as your green thumb merit.
Okay. And my difficulty is?
4.
Thank you. That is a 3.
Okay, with 3 successes, I would say you can heal the injury in its entirety. I believe you only have 1 level of lethal damage left. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. So, Claudia, tell us what happens. Describe to us how you go about healing this injury.
Well, she grabs some gauze and some balm. And what she does is, as she looks at the wound, and she looks actually to the muscle and where the bullet impacted, she starts to slowly use the balm and the gauze just to knit up that part of his the muscle that was actually attacked. And as that muscle knits up, it's going to force that bullet to come up, 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 up to the point where she can pluck it and then use the gauze and the balm to seal it. So it's like he got scratched, he got cut, and gently kind of hold it there so it can seal itself and possibly heal completely. And then when somebody says, "Oh, I heard you got hurt or something like that," "Oh, yeah, it's just a flesh wound," and he shows the bandage and it's only a little scar. And then she'll just go, "Here you go.
Is
Oh,
as you
Souvenir.
say?
very good. Right as rain.
That was amazing. Have you
Life."
have you healed a lot of gunshot wounds?
I've been in some situations.
Well,
Life.
I'm glad that you're with us in case we run into issues like that in the future.
I hope we don't have to deal with the technocracy in the future.
Uh, well, I mean, they were they were there for a while. I think they somehow knew you all were underwater because they were doing something with a machine.
They were there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
What happened exactly?
Phoenix looks at Kian.
Well, the one guy showed up. He dropped something into the water. I tried to mess with it because I wasn't sure what it was, see if I could get it to fritz. Don't know how successful I was on that. And he was just like staring around at everything. And we couldn't reach you guys because I'm guessing they blocked the signal to all the phones because nothing was going out.
I didn't bring my phone down.
And we really didn't want to leave you. Well, I didn't want to leave you guys like without
Wait a
any
minute.
like foresight.
You didn't want to leave us? And she'll look over to Angel Boy over there. Really?
Yeah, he was wanting to be like bad boys with the car, and I was like, absolutely not.
Yes, I was thinking we could be a decoy and try to get them away, so therefore you all be able to escape. But Kia was just like, "Well, are you going to pay for this car?" And I was like, "I don't make money. My money is given to me, so I can't pay for the car." But yeah, bad boys, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. I thought that would be the best route.
I elected to just stay because like we weren't doing anything conspicuous.
No, but he
That's
did
fair.
he did turn towards us, and then he did something on his glasses. So I think he at least clocked Ken and myself, but I think you two are safe because he only did the glasses thing towards us.
You didn't register what he did?
I don't understand. He just said, "Boop."
They're weird. Took a picture, mind linked himself to the data network, however those guys operate.
Very crazily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But we
Phoenix.
couldn't let you guys know, and I just didn't feel comfortable leaving you all.
Well, that's good.
No, that's cool. We got to figure out a way for communication. That's
Yeah.
something that's our bad.
We kind of rushed things maybe a little bit.
Phoenix.
A little.
Phoenix, make me an intelligence and enigmas roll, please.
Oh, okay.
Difficulty 6. Actually, difficulty 5.
Intelligence and I have not rolled Enigma before. How many dots I have in that? 2. Okay. Oh no, is it 2? No, 1. Wait, cosmetology. Oh no, yeah, it's just 1. Okay. You said difficulty 6?
5.
Okay. Okay. 3 successes.
You know, now that things have calmed down, you think it's likely that the glasses were maybe a technocratic version of a trinket you've seen among some of the younger members of the Order of Hermes make. They call them astral shades. Some of the really young ones call them true shades. They are a variation of a rote that lets you see someone's aura when you focus, as well as other things, but usually auras. You think that might have been what they were doing?
Oh, you see, Phoenix just like freezes for a second when he just recalls that information, like a deer in the headlights look, and like, oh, those were probably like shades. Like you can use those to detect people's aura. My aura is always hidden, so I don't think he should have caught me because I usually keep mine under wraps.
How do you do that?
I just use some of my spirit and some of my prime to try to keep things under control. And there's some additional help. It helps keep things away because they are always looking out for us. So I
Who's always looking out for us?
well, the technocracy, they're always like looking out for us, right?
They're hunting us.
Yes. Try to not be so grim about it, but yeah, I mean,
Grim? I'm a realist. This isn't fairy tale, sweetie.
I know, but specifically, my flaw says naive, so I have to be this way. So Phoenix will look towards Phoenix.
I'm going to need Phoenix to make a willpower roll, difficulty 7.
Ow! Oh, this ain't good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this ain't good.
But at least we know now that they're looking around the node. So that might need to come up with a better plan.
Yeah, and we have to have communication. Because that shit was crazy.
What success?
You know that your sister explicitly told you not to discuss something with other people. With one success, I would say with great effort, you can share that information if you want.
Which information?
The information about your family's unique connections to other beings.
Oh, spirit? You mean I couldn't even talk about me in spirit?
Here, I will just send it to you because I don't want to spoil the audience.
Okay. I just want to make sure if I made a
Don't wanna
boo-boo somewhere.
Oh.
Hold on, lost everybody. Hold on. I lost everybody. Everyone's back. Everyone's back.
There's a La Sombra in the house.
Mm-hmm. The Sombra does not like
Reese
secrets.
just igniting his La Sombra. That's fine.
All right. You may continue.
Yeah, I did.
So-
I didn't mention that. I did it.
So basically, we need a way to communicate. And what was going on? Like, did you guys even find it?
Oh, we found it.
Definitely found it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, totally found it. The only thing is that it's the place is haunted.
Yeah, there's a pretty strong spirit there.
She's not fucking wrong.
not super familiar with spirit types myself.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Seem to have full control over the surroundings and just all the stuff. So we thought it better to maybe retreat and regroup.
GTFO.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's trying to drown you and you're already underwater, and it was playing some kind of mind fucking game. It looked, well, it is dilapidated, overrun, and rotting away. That's a given. But then all of a sudden, I saw that like Ethan did, where it was this once grand and splendored place, and yeah,
Right.
It must
So
have
it
been
sounds
working
like we need.
some magic on me because it looked it looked great to me, but not after our friend came out and it all kind of went to crap.
So we really need to do some research to figure out
Yeah,
what we're dealing with.
Yeah, it would be very interesting to find out what the history of that whole area is.
it was weird. It was crazy. Something I've never seen before. But yeah, the node's down there and it's dormant, so we need a lot of quint to pump that shit up. More than I make in a month.
It's gonna be a problem.
Well, something interesting we did notice was that it seems to be leaching quint off into the surrounding waters. So when we got nearby, we absorbed some more energy just by virtue of being there. Could be
That was a whole
helpful.
ass thing.
Well, I mean, we'd still have to get the spook out, because if that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I'm
And
not as worried.
go on.
I'm not as worried about the quintessences because I think I should be able to help out with that. It's more the guy who was monitoring it.
That's why you guys that know spirit best are the best ones to go down there to deal with it.
What?
What?
Yeah. If we went down there the first time and you two have spirit, you can do it. Yes, you can. You have spirit. We believe you do.
I don't.
I do, and I will hold your hand going down there if need be.
I mean, I can't see spirits.
But you're a death mage.
I can hear them, but I can't see them.
What?
It's just something I can do.
You don't have spirit at all?
No. I'm working on that. My mentor was very keen on the entropy first. Then we were going to move on to spirit, but I haven't been back and attending lessons in a bit because I've got everything else going on now.
Okay.
But
Wonder
I can
Boy.
call
Yes.
him and see if he knows what we're dealing with.
That's a start, and then we can get Wonder Boy down there.
So
Yeah.
sure. I mean, if we can we find out a way to make sure that the spook, I guess we call them the spook, is not there.
No. You have spirit, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You need to talk to the spook.
Oh, I was thinking the spook was the Man in Black. That's normally was reference to a CIA agent who is undercover. They call them spooks. So
What did he look like?
he was chocolate. He was chocolate with bald. He looked like a lot
What was he
like
wearing?
He looked like Mr. Bubbles from Lilo and Stitch.
He was tall. He
It
looked.
was a suit.
Yeah, he was a suit. Yes.
Oh yeah, no.
Slick
We
back
call
hair.
them suit. No,
Oh,
spook
suits?
is yeah, we call them suits. A spook is somebody undercover. That man was clearly not undercover.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he radiated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, yeah. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he dropped something to the water. So I don't know what it was. I don't know if they're after the node. If they're after the node, I'm kind of like not inclined to wanting to tangle with the technocracy.
Yeah, but they did send, but the tradition sent us to go get the node.
Well, the traditions might need to send somebody else, cause
Oh, that reminds me. And you see Phoenix for a few times actually get slightly upset, and he pull out his phone. He's like, I sent text to help for our cabal mates, and they did not get any help. He's going to look at his phone to see if there was any responses.
Yes, you do see there is a response. And then as you see it, several more come back as if someone had been sending messages for a while now, with the final one stating, call me.
and the virtual adepts think they're this great with technology, and they get blocked by the technocracy.
Yeah, that's what happened. And he shows his phone to everyone, and you just now see all the text that came through. I see this out, like, what's what I saw the guy, and they just shut it down.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so they may not be good allies for this. I guess we should give them a call.
Well, she told you to call him.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
You can take it. Do you want to take it upstairs?
Yes.
Better position. Go on.
You see him take his phone upstairs.
Let's go into my house. I can make us something to eat. And she'll help. Yeah, she'll help Ethan, and then she'll help Ethan up and take Kian and Ethan to the kitchen, and just let Phoenix call who he needs to call.
Do you have a kettle?
Of course, I've got a kettle.
Okay, I'm gonna make some tea.
Yeah. Which flavor?
Which flavors do you have?
She just gestures to the farm that's before them on the left hand side, like, what flavor you want?
Keep forgetting you guys have more than one flavor of tea. He's gonna look through it.
I've got you. It's like she has 50. It's like 50 shades of black. She's got 32 shades of gray and oolong. She has green tea. She's got matcha. You name it, she's got it.
What is the closest to a cup of tea I would usually drink?
Irish breakfast.
There we go. Thank you.
And she will just show you how to do it, put it together, and she'll go, do you guys want scones or blueberry or muffins, or do you want me to make you guys a dinner? I can do that.
I'll help.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, maybe what time is it? He's gonna look at his watch.
It's about
what time
8
is it,
o'clock.
Sir?
It's about 8 p.m.
AM or PM?
PM.
Yeah, we can maybe make a dinner real quick.
Yeah. Do I need a roll? I've got 3 in cooking.
I will say no. You're not trying to do anything special or magical with your cooking at the moment, unless you would like to do something special with it. But if you just want to
she'll
cook
put a
food.
little bit of life to sprinkle and revitalize everyone, because she can do that.
Okay, I would say roll me your Arte. I'll say this will be a difficulty 5 effect. I'll put it at life 2 if you want to kind of give a somewhat a caffeine like energy boost kind of thing. Mood lifter.
Okay. We need a mood lifter.
Make that and then make an intelligence cooking roll.
Let me do intelligence cooking roll, and then I'll do the other one.
Or dex cooking, either one.
No, intelligence is better. It's an extra dice.
Okay.
We like dice here.
Do help.
What's the diff on the
cooking?
On the
6.
cooking.
6.
Oh, sweet. Okay, that's a 4 on the cooking.
All right, the food is going to be great.
And then Arte. And that's a 2 on the Arte.
And with 2 successes, I will say it'll kind of make people feel better. It won't do anything much more than that, though.
Yeah, mood uplifter is always a good thing.
Okay. Phoenix, I believe you are making a call. Is that correct?
Yes. Now that he sees the text finally reaching his phone, he's going to call. I guess who leave the message.
Okay. You make the phone call, and as you see, you can tell the phone is not operating based on any normal, any mundane connections. You can even see on the phone as you're making the call, there's an image of what looks to be a blocky, almost 64-bit image of a person. And then a moment later, the call connects. Hello? Did you survive?
Yes, does this sound like simulacrum?
It does.
Yes, we were able to make it out alive, fortunately. It was a bit rough. One of my cabal mates was injured, but we were able to take care of the wound. The technocracy is all across that area. They were monitoring the node. One of them looks like an actor that I saw, an enemy of the state. And he was putting items in the river to monitor what's going on. I'm pretty sure he was trying to see what we were doing with the glasses, but I kept my stuff hidden. And even the place itself that we went to, there's no wall between reality and the Umbra. It's just open. So yeah, there's a lot of problems there. A lot of problems.
Cool. Did you confirm if this member of the technocracy was awakened or one of their trained normal people?
I saw the aura, right? Did the aura appear magical, right?
From what you saw, you can't tell if they were awakened. You could tell that the aura had been altered, I believe.
Okay.
I will have to go back and check and make sure I didn't say something different last time.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember I was doing the anyway. So yeah, I like the aura. The aura seems altered. So, but I'm not 100% sure if he was awakened or not.
Okay.
I think he was, but I'm pretty sure he was. But yeah. So that place is heavily under surveillance. There was a technocratic ward over the building itself, but we were able to break through it, fortunately.
Yeah, well, that wasn't really designed for you to deal with that. I hadn't expected there to be many agents in Cleveland, of all places, so that is some good intelligence. Good job. You all should pat yourselves on the back for that. The Umbra is... that... I'm not exactly an expert on Umbra and how that works, but I'm going to assume it's not a good thing.
Yeah, like a spirit can walk out right now, because there's no wall. There is like a full-blown rapture. So it's anyone that can go in and out as we speak.
Okay. Have you and your friend secured the place?
Definitely not. We do not have the tools of the trade to be able to secure the location from technocratic enemies. That's why we was reaching out for help, because we needed some assistance to be able to protect ourselves from the incoming danger.
Have you awakened the node?
No. Because again, we were in danger when we were trying to awaken the node, because the folks appeared and we had to skedaddle. I noticed right away when there was nobody walking around. Wait, why did that seem so familiar? Anyway, I noticed when no one was walking around that we were in trouble, and so we were not able to complete the aspect requested. And we won't be able to unless we get some help to keep the technocracy off our backs while we get investigated.
Roll me a charisma and empathy.
Oh, okay. I should not have been the one making the call, but it's okay. He was like, "Wait, do you want to talk to Kian, by the way?" But no, let me go ahead and roll. Let me go. He doesn't actually say that. He doesn't actually say that. I know Kian has a much better charisma than I do. You said charisma and empathy.
Mm-hmm. I'll put the difficulty at 6.
Okay, so just all right. Oh, okay. 2 successes.
2 successes.
Hey, that's 2 out of 3. That's the best I could do.
Okay, well, it sounds like you and your cabal are having some difficulties. We might be able to send some people to help you secure it later, but for now, you all will have to take care of things on your own. I am sending you a bit of a upgrade, a modification to the app that should allow it to resist most foreign interferences. Yes, I will see if I can do anything else for you, but for now, I wish you all the best of luck.
Okay. Phoenix has remembered the classic saying that his mentor has said, that if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So, Phoenix is going to smile and say, "Okay, talk to you later." And then when Phoenix hangs up the phone, he's like, "Oh my god!" He just gives out a slight screech of frustration in the room, slightly high pitch, maybe like a slight step of the foot, as he then uses his resonance to keep himself calm, takes a deep breath, and makes his way over to the rest of the group. How is everything over here?
Claudia's in the middle making chicken in a cloud.
That smells good.
Feeling like $1,000,000. Ah.
Oh, that's good. I guess it's kind of bad news. They said they're not really sure how they could help. They said they gave us an updated app, so hopefully we shouldn't run into the delayed text issue that we were running into before. But in terms of actually sending people out to help secure the node, they were less thrilled or seemed to be as enthusiastic about assisting us in that endeavor.
Because I've got 30 fucking quint in the back of my goddamn pocket.
What's quit?
So what I'm basically hearing is, yes, we'll send the newbie mages to go awaken this node, but yeah, no, the technocracy shows up. They can just deal with them on their own.
Dear.
Correct. Yes.
Claudia
This is
just
why I hate
swearing in
politics.
French.
Sacre bleu.
I'm gonna take.
What do you want to talk about? Head of cheese.
I'm gonna just take this glass of wine away for a bit. Just.
Why do you want just the wine? I've got whiskey.
I don't drink, but I just putting it over here for a bit.
She just gently pushes the wine towards Kian because it looks like he needs it.
Oh no, I don't drink at all.
You don't drink grape juice? That's
No.
fermented.
No.
Do you want unfermented grape juice?
No, I'm fine with the tea.
No, I have grape juice if you want.
No, I like the tea.
Okay.
It's nice.
She just downs a drink and then goes back to cooking.
Okay, so we are now left. What do they want us to do? Camp out at the node?
Well, I suppose this is kind of a this is dual purpose. Yes, it's
Phoenix, what
it's
did they
both,
say?
it's a test, and and also it's a functional test. We all get a node out of it if we're successful, and if we're not, then well, I guess we weren't quite chantry material.
Yes, because I want to join their super secret club.
Phoenix, exactly what did they say? Her
Uh,
French accent's coming out now as you sworn.
So they said specifically, they have updated our app to hopefully prevent infiltration, I guess, in the future. Or when I was trying to send messages out to them, say we need help, I guess it wasn't making its way through.
Did you ask them in the future? I'm not talking about the app. I'm talking about the node. Did they give us any help besides we will see it in the future?
No, nothing. They said they could see what they could do, but there was no help.
Oh, dear.
It was just the app.
I don't give a fuck about the app. It proved to be useless when we needed it.
And what's the app going to do if they're not able to send someone anyway? I mean, it just lets us know we're in danger, and that's it. If they can't send anyone to help us to begin with, the only thing it does is like
Claudia starts putting stuff in soup bowls and giving it to everyone. And it's
Kian,
chicken in a cloud.
Kian, what method are you using to get in touch with your mentor?
Probably just sending him a text.
Okay. It takes maybe 20 minutes before you receive a message, and oddly enough, the message does not come through your phone. Instead, what looks to be like a very kind of classical, almost worn paper scroll just appears in front of you.
Ugh, boomers. He's gonna pick it up.
So you open it. Your mentor has penned you a letter. My apologies, Kian. I've never been a fan of modern technology. I hope this method is not too anachronistic for you. I am a bit concerned about your description. It does not match any known spirits. But did you tell your mentor? Well, what did you tell him in your letter, in your message to him?
It would have been specifically the stuff about the haunting. And like at a very little bit like, oh yeah, also the tech was there. But it was mostly just detailing the haunting since he's an older Uthanatos.
My suggestion to you would be to attempt to see what occurred at this place. For most unresolved the dead, they are trapped and forced to deal with some sort of conflict. If you can help it resolve such a thing, it may be able to return to the great beyond peacefully. If that does not work, it is possible to force such a spirit to move on. I would ensure you are dealing with one of the undead. There are other things that can behave unusually. Your correspondence about the technocracy is concerning. I had not known they had a presence in Cleveland. It is relatively remote. I would implore you to look into their activities if you can. If not, do what you can to be safe. We will not allow the follies of youth to make one reckless. You will have time to fight and do things another day.
It's amazing on how he managed to fit all of this on this one piece of paper. It's just like reading it.
Right, small, really.
He always does this. What is next? Is it going to explode within 5 seconds? And he's like
Don't
turning it
give
over.
him any ideas.
You know, I wouldn't put it past him at this point.
Do you want to throw it in my fireplace?
Nah. He says we should probably look into seeing if we can't get it to move on. At least figure out who it is, what happened there, occurrence-wise, and if we could get
Ethan, what
him
did you
to
see? Yeah.
scoot
Ethan
on.
saw a better picture than I did.
I mean, it all looks. We were seeing, I want to say, the same things, but also different things. Because you were seeing what I, at least with how you described it, what sounded like maybe it was the true visage of this place, whereas I was maybe seeing the presentation, because it all looked like a beautiful underground or underwater mansion that was furnished and ready to go, but you were seeing something that was crumbling and falling apart, right? It was all kind of decrepit. And same thing with our host, when he arrived, he, I guess to you, looked kind of horrific, whereas to me, I think didn't out of character, Ree, didn't he look kind of like normal to me, or did he still look like a
Yes.
skeleton?
He looked normal to you at the beginning.
Okay.
Do you describe to the others what he looked like?
Yeah.
Phoenix. Actually, can I have all of you roll me intelligence in Enigmas? The rest of you make the roll at 7. Phoenix, you make the roll at difficulty 6.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay.
3 successes.
Ooh, nice. 4.
Okay. You all remember
3.
hearing 3. Okay. You all remember hearing stories, lessons about a group of mages that used to be in the traditions. Their name was the Eye Baton. And for you, Phoenix, you remember one day when your sister was giving you a lesson on the history of the traditions, something happens many times. You recall the symbol that she mentions that represented the Eye Baton matches one the symbols that was on the man's blazer jacket that Ethan describes.
Okay, what is the Eye of Baton? I'm presuming it's part of the originally part of the Order of Hermes.
No, they were originally part of the traditions. They occupied the seat. I would say you all would have heard. They used to occupy the seat of correspondence before the virtual adepts, and they were a group of Middle Eastern mages primarily who, after the Victorian age, decided to split from the traditions once they realized the traditions were not going to help them deal with the problems of their homeland. And then it is believed they have since died off.
Split due to the tradition. Problems.
Kian's kind of gonna flip the paper over and be like, "Can I write on this a message back to him? Like, does that how this works?"
Do you need a pen?
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
And he'll write the name on it just to see.
Nothing happens. You write the name on the paper, but nothing happens.
He's gonna text it to him instead.
That probably explains why he was always. That's why he was yelling at us. That we always take or we always steal.
Oh, well, that's important. In that case, what could help him transition on is to find out perhaps what was stolen or what affected him in his time. See if
Oh
it
no,
could be.
I think that people were trying to take that chantry,
Oh,
and maybe because of all this. Because, Kian, didn't you say that you saw a battle in the observatory?
Yeah, it was battle between some changelings and I'm guessing mages. I couldn't quite tell. Wouldn't surprise me though. That old observatory used to be a freehold.
And there's a connection between the freehold and possibly the underwater. Ethan and I couldn't get there because we got tripped up in the whole fucking mess.
I'm assuming that used to be a freehold. I'm guessing the door then must have been a gate of some sort. If it's leading into the Umbra, in theory, it probably used to lead into the dreaming at some point, or at least the near dreaming.
If that's a mood.
Which would explain then why it was sealed off. Because the
Mm-hmm.
last thing you need is a door just wide open.
You know, maybe it's going to give the other mages something to do and they can look around while they're closing up the gate. Who knows? Who knows if the technocracy didn't close it themselves?
I'm going to go back there and there's just going to be the Terminator standing there.
Yeah, let's not. Let's not go back at the moment.
That sucks because I would have really liked that place as a hangout. Just saying, that was a really cool observatory.
I agree with you on this.
But I'm not messing with the technocracy over a building.
Oh no. Do you see me wanting to go jump back into the water?
All right, so we figure out who that guy is, figure out what went down there. Maybe it'll figure out what was stolen. We can give it back to him and he can push on somewhere.
On top of that, we've got to save up a whole bunch of quint just to wake up the fucking node.
I still need to learn how to break stuff down to do that.
Does your mentor mind if I try to teach you, or at least the concept of it?
Probably wouldn't.
I would just need 3 days. If you give me 3 days, I could be able to give enough quint.
Do you just shit quit out? I'm curious. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just curious.
I mean, that's a unique way of describing it, but no, it's accessible. I just need 3 days.
What, Claudia? Should I plate dinner?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just gonna start like putting stuff on plates and handing it around to people.
She just sits down and looks at, the lemonade she poured for herself, and I might need something stronger soon.
That's why I say that the building itself, that's not the hard part. To me, I'm more worried about the technocracy because I can't deal with those people.
We all can't deal with those people.
Yeah.
That's a whole ass problem, not just a half ass. Half ass is the whole issue with the quint and the waking of the node. That's a half ass problem. The whole ass problem is the technocracy.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not just going after us, it's going after all the traditions.
Let's even assume we wake it up. How are we going to keep a hold on it when they're just going to possibly laser us from space?
Look, I'm not bringing up the space lasers at this moment. I don't think baby boy here understands the entire thing. And the way his eyes are as big as saucers and he might be bugging out. I'm not sure if I want to try and explain it to him at this moment.
Ethan, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling a lot better than I was earlier, and this food's great.
Thank you. I'm a kitchen witch.
But yeah, I think we may need to, regardless of our quintessence availability or not, we still would need to get rid of said spirit. I mean, if we have a way of keeping an eye on the lake, then maybe, I don't know, we can see. But yeah, I mean, it's tough because who knows? They might be monitoring the area now. It's hard to say. We don't know for sure.
And I don't know what the device was that they put in the water.
That's the big thing. I don't know what they did in the water. You all did not see anything when you were swimming back up? No, nothing on your radar?
What radar?
I was kind of curious if something like flashed or anything as you were swimming up to the surface, because they did it while you were still underwater.
No, we didn't say. I didn't see anything. Ethan. Ethan.
I didn't see anything. We were just swimming for dear life, trying to
Okay.
get out.
Okay.
I mean, we got to work on communication devices, that's for sure, and then breathing apparatuses.
I'll leave that with that one.
Sweet. Then, do you want to build some stuff?
Sure. Maybe like a snowman.
Yes, but breathing apparatuses and earpieces and communication devices, so we can talk underwater.
Yeah.
They have to find a way to insulate it so they can't muck with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I can storyteller, will I know if there's a way for me to store my quintessence that comes by? Right.
You I would say you are aware there are methods to store quintessence. I will double check this, but you do not have the ability to do it.
Oh,
Storing quintessence is a higher level item.
oh, it is. What prime is that? 4? 5? 4?
4.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's extremely valuable item. It's super cool because you can just use it as a quintessence battery.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can't dig around and figure out who might be under the water. I go actually need to have a conversation with, and he just like shakes the paper.
That's fair. If you guys want to spend the night here, you're more than welcome to. I've got spare bedrooms.
Does anyone have an item that stores quintessence?
Not to my knowledge. I mean, it would have probably had to have been a gift, because I don't think anybody here has the power to do that yet.
I have the power to create it, but I can't store it.
Is the 4 dot required to store it, or is the 4 dot required to create
To
it?
make it, because it's a wonder.
Yeah, so
it's a parafet.
Roll intelligence and esoterica to see what you know. Difficulty 6. I would say the rest of you can make the roll as well. See what you know.
I don't have esoterica.
Oh, well. Well, the smart people.
Oh, I'm
knowledgeable.
Perspective.
Well, for sure.
What'd you say the DC was?
6.
6?
3
Okay.
successes.
3 successes.
3. Goodness, you guys are all rolling 3 successes. I would say all 3 of you would know. There are 2 ways to do what Phoenix is suggesting. The first is using an item called a periempt, which is a battery that can be constantly used and refilled with quintessence. You can turn quintessence into a physical thing, however, a process called tasks or creating tasks. It also requires Prime 4 to do so. However, with 3 successes, you all are aware that nodes typically produce tasks on their own. Roughly half of the quintessence they make should be tasks, assuming everything is normal. So it is possible that the node may have made something like that while it's been sitting dormant this entire time. But you'd have to find it.
We need to get rid of that ghost.
Yeah, the ghost is a little bit of a problem.
Now, when you guys were down there, was the weird stuff happening near the node, or was it like a little way away from the node?
No, it was like right on the node.
It was the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Oh. Yeah, we know we need to evict him.
Because when we went down there, I saw the dilapidation, and Ethan saw it all like brand new, shiny, pretty, all sparkly. Kind of jealous, but at the same time, we managed to swim over, find the node itself. Really pretty fountain. It was nice. And then we went to go to see if we could find where the connection was between this and the the whatchamacallit, and then the skeleton dude came down, and I don't know what Ethan saw, but the skeleton dude came down and he just started doing crazy shit.
Kian is writing all of this on the back of that paper, just
I
kind
didn't
of
see the
taking
woman.
notes.
Yeah, that would have been Ethan.
Ethan, what did you see?
I saw a well-dressed host. Well, at least at first. Then he turned into something else. But I saw a well-dressed host after wandering around the very beautiful-looking underwater mansion at first. That also seemed like it. I wasn't sure if there wasn't water inside, but stepping inside for a moment, I was able to walk around normally. But I wasn't going to take my mask off. Uh, and then yeah, it all had the appearance of fairly, of like, I mean, obviously not normal because it's underwater, right? But it was very appealing. It was someplace that looked like it looks like a home that would be nice to have, except that it wasn't real.
Right. Well, I figure, and he's gonna like look at his watch, to check the time. I figure he's probably in bed, so when we leave here, I'll go over and have a conversation with him in person. See if he can't give me at least a pointer where we can start. Because if we can evict the ghost, then finding the tasks in the node should be no problem after that.
Fingers
And that'll
crossed.
give
I mean,
and that'll give them time to get people over there to watch our back.
yeah, and it gives Phoenix plenty of time to go down there and talk to a ghost. Works for me.
So, uh, I don't have the ability to breathe underwater like everyone else, I think. So,
That's why we're gonna have Shorty over here make the apparatuses for you all to breathe underneath water. You don't have life 3. I can do that.
okay. Yeah, that was my only issue. I was like,
no, we got you. Communication devices and breathing underwater.
okay. And we could get the task that, yeah, I would just need 3 days and I could have enough contestants to store it to unlock the door.
Okay. Sure. Just have the person just move on. Make him see that wonderful stairway to heaven. I will never play that song ever again.
Why?
Oh, guitar places don't like you playing it. It's overplayed.
Oh.
Have you never heard Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven?
Yes, I heard it. I didn't know that was overplayed though. That's good.
Everyone and their grandmother, when they go to a guitar store, just to make sure the riff is good, tries to do the Stairway to Heaven solo. And did you not see Wayne's World?
No, I think that was before my time.
Oh, and Bad Boys was your time.
Yeah, Bad Boys just came out. Barely a couple months ago.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that like a franchise?
Bad Boys?
Apparently.
I didn't see the first one. I just saw the one that just came out a couple months ago.
Wait a minute. You went to go see the movie? And you don't go out often.
Oh. Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't go out too often.
Why?
You know, it's hard out here, and so because it's very hard out here, I have to, because look what just happened. We were just relaxing, just chilling at a lake area, and then technocracy comes by. You know, that can happen anytime. So
God, I wish I had empathy. I want to roll bullshit. But okay, I can't do it right now. I just look at you like, sure.
Yeah.
I don't believe you, but okay.
Funny thing is, he's partially telling the truth. It's like half truth. There's other parts to it, but yeah. So he just kind of smiles. It's like, yeah, but I it's a lot for me to learn, but I think I'm getting better at it. So.
Okay. Anyone want cheesecake?
Ooh.
Yes, please.
Okay. Do you guys want with blueberries, raspberries, or strawberries?
Raspberries,
Surprise
please.
me.
Raspberry surprise, Phoenix.
Blueberry.
Okay, I was gonna say if you haven't had cheesecake, I was going to gently go. Where are your parents, and why did they not introduce cheesecake to you?
See, I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm not exactly sure what's the good flavors to go with cheesecake. But in character, Phoenix is like, well, I think I had cheesecake before. I mean, not often, but yeah, had it at gatherings.
She'll go and clean up the table and go to serve cheesecake because that's when she brings the whiskey out so she can drink.
Right.
As the alcohol cool.
So, as you all take the time to rest and unwind after your day, what are you all spending, we'll say, the rest of the evening doing?
Well, Ethan can't work on trinkets until he gets back to his sanctuary. And like he could, but it's just going to be. He didn't really have the materials and stuff here.
Yeah, and Kian's not about to compose a very long text message to get an equally long scroll back from his mentor. He's just like, I'll hold off on this and go talk to him in person. So
Okay.
he's probably helping Claudia clean up.
Okay. In Phoenix.
So Phoenix hasn't forgotten about like the recent flashback that took place when he was flying in the sky and suddenly things stopped. So when things are at a lull and seems like kind of going in separate ways, Phoenix is going to go into a room and pull out his book that is able to communicate with his mentor, and he's going to send a message to her saying, I think I remembered something. I saw something because I forgot everything that happened past like 5 years ago. But I think I remember something. I saw like silence, like there was nobody walking around, and that's how I kind of knew we were in trouble. Like, do you remember that? Like, was you there when that happened? I don't know what that was. It felt so familiar, but I couldn't remember. And yeah, so he says that to his mentor to see if she says anything.
You receive a message back. If you do not remember and you want to remember, then you must search for the answers yourself.
Ugh. And he kind of like grabs the book and leans against his chest. And he looks up like, well, why? I have to remember. What? Not like I have a choice. And yeah, I think after that he just kind of like stares off and just thinks about like doesn't have much option in there, but okay.
And as our cabal is wrapping up their evening, I think now would be a great time for us to go to break. So we will come back to see just what happens with our cabal in about 15 minutes. So I do hope you all take the opportunity to go rest and do whatever it is you need to do. And we'll be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Mage the Ascension campaign. As we last left our cabal, they were wrapping up a rather tiring evening. So I will say, I believe you've all chosen to stay at Claudia's estate for the evening. So the next morning, the day is yours. What would you like to do?
Waffle smell in the air. I'm just going to let you know now. Claudia's an early riser. So she's already up. She's already made breakfast.
Oh yeah, Kian's downstairs with a cup of coffee and some waffles. He smelled waffles and was like, "Ooh, wait, hold on a minute."
She's made eggs. She's made bacon. She's made Canadian bacon, sausages, hash brown. She made an old fancy fashioned country breakfast. Toast, scones, muffins.
I think it's the smell of food that wakes him up as he gets around the guest. He's like, "Oh yeah," and then he opens his eyes and he realizes, "Oh wait, no, what?" Oh,
You're
wow.
in an old fashioned country bedroom.
Oh wow, that was weird. And he makes his way. Towards, I guess, the kitchen area. It's like,
Yeah, you go down the stairs. It's a 2-story.
down the stairs. He's like, this smells fantastic.
What you want?
Whatever you would like.
It's all on the table. Whatever you want. Don't be shy. You're taking this home with you.
Phoenix cheeks like rises a bit as he always looks at it like, is this a test? And then he slowly reaches over and grabs some food. Thank you.
Do you want this on a plate? She hands him a plate.
Yes. Is there anything I could do to help? I'm not normally used to this. This is different.
Dude, that's against culture, my guy. Your guest. What do? You eat, you enjoy, you relax, and you just vibe, I guess. Then no. Keenan, explain hospitality, please.
You're not supposed to do stuff, but you didn't catch me washing the cups last night, so you know.
No,
Sometimes
you
just
volunteered to help me wash, and I accepted.
I did. Ugh, I might have to take some of this to go.
Yeah, I already have to go. Stuff ready for you.
Perfect. I'm gonna go see Grandpa.
Oh well, do you want me to make you something? Give you something to take for him?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a minute. Once Ethan gets down here, we can solidify whatever we're gonna do today, and if you guys need to go do stuff, and
I'm gonna go talk to him, see if we can't figure the ghosty bit out, and see if we can't at least get a pointer on who it might be and what happened, or a direction, and then we can go from there.
Storyteller, with Ethan's description of what the guy looked like prior to him becoming a skeleton, would Claudia have been able to, like in the evening, sketch out a rough draft using craft?
That sounds like a roll to me. You want to use craft? Want to use craft? I feel like there should be more of an art roll.
I don't have art. That's why I'm using craft. I mean,
art fall under craft too? I mean, is there even a separate art thing?
There is a separate art thing.
Ironically, yes.
I didn't actually see it.
I have one dot in art, none in craft.
I'll be kind enough to let you do, let's say, Dex. Either you could do Dex or Wits in craft. Either one.
I'll do Wits because it's more dice.
Okay. Now I'll put the difficulty, or you're doing this from memory. You're doing this from a description of someone else's memory, so I'll say do 7. Difficulty 7.
That's 4.
Okay, I'll say you have a pretty good sketch.
She'll give it to Kian. Be like, before I pack everything up, take a look at this. Hey, Ethan, take a look at this and see if it's the guy that you were describing.
Why, great Scott! It's a spitting image, almost photorealistic.
You're an artist too?
I do
Oh.
things.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ian is now looking up to get a deerstalker cap for Ethan.
Not wrong. Ethan, do you want anything else? I mean, I've got plenty of. I can make you pancakes. Okay, so Belgian waffles it is.
So good.
All right. I have to go stuff if you guys want. I don't eat that much, so.
But this is very generous. I thank you. Wow. I appreciate
It'd be against my family's tradition if I was to not offer. I also have dinner. The dinner we had last night, I have that in to go containers for you too.
Oh, you're sending us home with food, all the food.
Yeah, it's only me here. I don't eat that much. Dinner's usually a scone and some tea.
I take a look at the image. What type of style was it in? Was it in charcoal, pencil, painting, acrylics, oil?
It was it was roughly sketched out in charcoal first, just so she can get the dimensions done, and then it was a hue of pencil from HB to 9B.
Yeah, you see Phoenix like really like take a look at the image and like studying it and says, "Oh wow."
You take a picture.
Oh no, it's just nice.
I signed it, so you're good.
Oh, thank you.
So I signed it, so you can take a picture. We'll still hold my signature and everything, and Kian can take this to their teacher.
Okay.
Oh, do you know if your teacher has had breakfast yet, Kian?
Oh, this man's probably been up since like 4 a.m.
I mean, so have I, but I mean, I think I did a lot more than he did.
He can have second breakfast.
Is he a hobbit?
You know, he might be. He might be.
That's valid. I usually have a tea break at 10:30.
Oh, I should probably get going then.
Yeah.
All right, is anyone riding back to the city with me? Because I can drop you guys off and head, but I gotta go now unless you want to stay here.
Actually, I should head back to my place to get all the equipment needed, just in case if there's extra stuff. Thank you. Phoenix feels weird because he feels like he's supposed to do something in return, but he's realized that he's not supposed to, so he's just there's a
Thank you is enough. And it's a thank you bag with dinner and breakfast in it. Everyone gets it. Ethan and Kian as well.
Ethan, you coming?
Yeah. Yep. Gotta get back to my sanctum sanctorum.
Yes, Dr. Strange.
You know, I'm debating like finding a replica of the cape and just getting it for him for Christmas and seeing if somebody can enchant it to move at this point.
I can't enchant it to move, but I can make it for you. I can sew.
I'll text you.
Okay, so look for the pattern now.
Yep, doing that after I'm done driving.
Got you. All right. She'll wave them off.
Okay. So the three of you return back to the city. You notice that none of the traffic lights seem to impede you as you do so. And I believe Phoenix and Ethan are being dropped off.
Yes.
Kian. Go ahead.
He'll drop them off wherever they need to be.
What were you going to say, Phoenix?
Oh no, I was I mean, he could go. He could go first. That's no problem.
Kian, are you doing anything before you go into your mentor?
Going to his apartment to take a quick shower, change his clothes so he doesn't look like a complete bum before heading over.
Okay. You take some time, get yourself cleaned up and prepared. And once again, you notice none of the lights seem to impede your way. And as you are making your way down the side country roads, you come across a rather unassuming home. It is about 2 stories, all white, and there are some signs kind of spread out across it. Though I would say you've seen them before. You recognize them as creations of your mentor. Things designed to alter entropy in interesting ways, so you've never quite understood exactly what they do. And as you arrive, you find the door already open for you.
You know, when you do that, it weirds me out to a point. I brought you breakfast / lunch,
Thank
which is
you.
ironically both dinner and breakfast in 2 different boxes.
And your mentor does step into the living room as you are speaking. He is wearing a very old, maybe 1800s style black and white suit. His salt and pepper beard is still lively, though as soon as he arrives, you get this feeling, this sensation of the end of things, though not negative. It feels peaceful, almost as if all it would take is a gentle nudge. You would get to see what comes after. I'm glad you were able to stop by. I had been starving. You've come to ask me about your run-in with a spirit, correct?
Well, it wasn't my run-in because you know how I feel about bodies of water that haven't been vetted. But yes, 2 of my, I guess, new cabal mates were. Traditions have us going to activate a node. They ran into some spooky stuff. I wrote, and he's gonna hand over like the page he had written stuff on, which is on the back of his message, and also the drawing Claudia made.
He takes both of them, though you notice he doesn't actually look at them. And as he does, he turns around and he hands you a small book, leather bound, and looks like the cover has been worn. You'll find everything you need to know inside.
You're just giving the well, what? Okay, I'm not looking the gift horse in the mouth. I do appreciate this very much. How did you collect all of this before? Never mind. Never mind.
You learn things after a few centuries.
I can see that. So we're gonna try, I know at some point, to wake up the node, but dealing with the spirit, if that's what it is the most important. Any tips for like making them like not bother us? I mean, I know that's probably gonna be impossible, but anyway, we could just like nudge them away.
My advice, my tip, as you say, would be assumptions are the death of a great many mages.
What, they're being friendly?
You will understand in time.
Right. Okay. The bottom container is dinner that Claudia made. It is a little enchanted, nothing negative. It will give you like a little pep in your step. Breakfast is there's waffles, there's eggs. I think she put like 2 containers of breakfast in there, honestly. So if you need to share it with anyone, you can. Anything else I need to cryptically know that's possibly going to come true later?
There are many things you need to know.
Right. You want to tell me one of them? Besides this, which I deeply appreciate.
The first step to knowing would be to understand the questions you should be asking.
There's the cryptic riddles, right? Is this gonna pan out correctly, or am I gonna like be seeing things from a different point of view?
Things always play out correctly, though that does not mean that you will get the thing you thought you were going to get.
Got it. Okay. I put silverware in there as well.
I know.
Of course you do. Of course you do. All right. Well, I will leave you to this. I'm gonna go read this and figure out how to get that spirit to possibly move on.
May fortune be in your favor, Kian.
Thank you. Thank you. I need to get you to watch the Hunger Games so that the way the next time you see me you can just say may the odds be ever in your favor.
Perhaps another day.
That'll be when I bring over lunch. All right. He's gonna take his book, make his leave, and get back into his car to drive to his apartment to read through this book.
Okay. Well, Kian is getting with his book and attempting to learn. Phoenix, what are you doing?
So Phoenix is heading back to his to the apartment that he stays in. It's a 3-bedroom apartment, but it's only shared by him and his middle sister, Tegan. And he's heading back to try and gather all the items he think would be necessary to help move this spirit along. He knows now that he knows that's associated with the eye of Baton. He has half of the battle in place, and now he wants to essentially try to make like offerings, because working with spirits, usually there's like traits and things you do to kind of like appease them, make yourself friendly towards them. So now that he knows what these spirits are, he was to do his hermetic due diligence of capturing all the items he think is necessary to bridge the gap between him and the spirit.
Okay. I would say that you can make a preparedness roll effectively. You can roll your intelligence and esoterica at difficulty 7.
Ooh. I can't use quintessence on this, right? Because it's not magical.
Nope, no quintessence.
Okay. 7. All right. I have 4 dice. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 2 successes.
Okay,
Wait.
you manage.
Esoterica? I think I have 5 dice on that one. Sorry. I think it's the Kingdom. Yeah, sorry. My apologies. I cheat myself out 1 dice. 1 second.
Go ahead, roll it.
3 successes.
Okay. Manage to do what you can, gather up the ingredients and items you have with you. And you think you are as prepared as you can be for this.
Okay. Is Tegan around by chance, or is she out and about?
Let's roll a dice and see. Our family is here. Yes, she is in her, we'll say she's in the main room. She seems to be working on what looks to be some sort of mathematical equation. She has multiple kind of sheets of paper laid out in front of her, and she seems to be going over in all three directions as she's working. Though I would say with your knowledge, you have no idea what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm. So, being the pesky baby brother as he is, he's going to run over and quickly place his arms right over his shoulder, put the head right over the shoulder at the same time, be like, "What are you doing?"
Working on something from our sister. What are you doing?
I have to try to appease the spirit. Who's the eye up a top? But I think I got everything ready.
No, I'm gonna let her roll.
Ooh. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good.
That does give her knowledge. She did roll very well. Yeah. Double check something before I confirm it for you.
Okay.
This ghost what does the ghost have to do with the Ai Baton?
We believe he's part of the Eye of Batak because he was having that emblem on his jacket. He's underneath the lake, so we're going to go and try to appease to him and see if we can, bridge the gap and make things better. Even have him transition or something.
Are you sure? From what I remember, they were very, I don't know if religious is the correct word, but very kind of spiritual. Not entirely sure they would leave a ghost behind, or, well, I guess it's possible for anyone.
That's the guess, because they shared the same emblem. What else do you think it could be?
Do you tell her anything?
Oh yeah, I tell her everything. She's family.
Oh. It sounds a bit weird. I don't know, your story is a bit weird. I don't think a lot of spirits use mental attacks, but I guess they could. I was never really good and I was never really into wraiths and all that, but I don't know, it seems a little weird to me. Why would the ghost just be under the water for this long? And why wouldn't it just close up the building to stop your friends from leaving?
Those are some very good questions. Do you think it was a ploy that is actually something else and not the Eye of Baton?
I don't know. I don't know anything. I can look into the building itself to see if there's any notes of any awakened who lived there before, if you like.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. I'm trying to do my balance of being really good with the cabal while also not trusting them because Ario says I shouldn't trust them. So I had to figure out how to balance that. Why do you think Ario said? Well, I think I kind of know what Ario says not to trust them, but they seem really nice. You know what I mean? So it just feels weird. You know what I mean? Is this your family? I mean, do you get that too? Like, does she ever tell you like don't trust these people?
Trust can be difficult, especially for our sister. She's very, very traditional, as people would say, but those are oftentimes the old ways, back when we were magicians stabbing each other in the backs of castles. Let's say you can, I think you could be a bit more with your cabal. You're supposed to get together. You're supposed to work together.
They gave me food.
Want to.
It kind of reminds me of back when she used to cook.
That's always a good way to start a friendship.
Right?
But just
Okay.
be careful. I guess, things. Trust and betrayal are often together, so, be careful.
Okay, I was like 75%. Now I'm back to 50. Okay, thank you. And he's gonna make his way. He's gonna make his way to his car and back to the group.
Ethan, our
Yep.
favorite mage. What are you doing? What are you doing, Ethan? Are you asking anybody for any advice tonight? This morning?
No. Ethan's retired to his sanctum and is working on putting together breathing apparatuses for the rest of the coterie who can't do it for themselves. So Phoenix and Cian. Claudia was able to handle it herself, so he's not worried about it. Unless Claudia wants something, but there was no mention. The gillyweed seemed fine for her. So
All right, sure. So you are attempting to. Are you trying to? Oh, this is what I was telling. Are you trying to create a mundane breathing apparatus, or are you trying to make it some sort of enlightened object?
no, it would be a magic object. There would be, I guess, trinkets is what it fall under.
Your goal is to make something that people can use to breathe. So I would say you could do two different things. You could create
It'll look kind of like a mundane object. Passing it off to people as essentially a compact rebreather.
So what I would say is you could make a trinket like that. It will require, I would say this would be a 2-dot trinket, so it will require 10 points of quintessence to make, and then you need to make 3 of them.
Oh shit!
You could,
okay.
Or you could create a set of charms that will grant the ability to breathe underwater for a period of time, depending on how well you roll. Those would require 5 points of quintessence per batch. So, and each batch would make 6 of them. Well, your RTA times 2 number of them.
Okay, gotcha. So, yeah, so that's definitely preferable to creating full-on trinkets, at least time-wise, since Ethan's not really sure. Plus, he just needs something that's going to work, right? So,
Right.
if he knows that he can create, 6 of these, that means that everybody's got a 2-pack.
Okay. All right.
And then yeah, later on, I might do more, but it really just depends on the amount of time we have, or he has.
Right. So we're going to start this by making a material object roll. So what I will say is roll me your intelligence, and we'll say science. We'll say you're making a drug of some sort. So we'll see how this goes.
Weird science.
And we'll put the difficulty for this at 6.
Okay.
And then we'll say 2 dots in the background. So I'll say you need 10 successes total.
Okay.
And this would be an extended
Ritual?
roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, he has 8 dice for that, so won't be hopefully extended that much. But we'll just see how this goes. So you said 7, right?
Yes, difficulty 7.
All right. 1, 2, 3 successes on his first attempt.
Okay.
Does he need to do anything else when he's rolling like additional attempts, or
Nope. Just keep going.
Okay.
Once you've rolled enough successes, you go to your stamina roll. We'll have a conversation.
1, 2. Okay, 2 successes up to 5 total. It's the second roll.
Okay.
Another 2 successes up to 7, third roll. And 3 more successes on the last one, bringing it up to 10.
Okay. So you have the drug created. So now I would say you're going to need to make the actual magic roll. You are at the extent of your stamina. You are exhausted. So I will say you can make me a stamina roll to keep going. The stamina roll will be at difficulty 6. Or you can stop for the day and, do other stuff and come back tomorrow. Up to you.
If we delay it, though, I think doesn't that increase the difficulty?
No, you haven't actually started rolling magic yet, so it won't. You can stop
Oh.
here because you finished the mundane part, and now
Gotcha.
it's the infusion of magic part. So if you stop now,
Okay.
you won't. Nothing
Okay.
that'll happen.
All right. So he'll probably, just being exhausted, he'll probably wait then to do the rest because he wants to make sure it gets done right.
All right.
Can't rush perfection, unless there's some sort of emergency. Then you just kind of roll with it.
All right. You've got the medicine. We'll say the medicine is in a liquid state that once you finish the final infusion, you will be able to cool off into some sort of, we'll say, pill that people can swallow. Anything else you wish to do this day?
No, because he can't really do much more in the way of crafting aside from maybe, I don't know, meditating and relaxing. He doesn't really. He's probably just going to kind of unwind and maybe organize the shop and do some reading. Maybe try to do some researching as best he can on the lake and anything he can find about it. But he also doesn't have like extensive library resources, so probably won't come up with much.
Okay, roll me an intelligence and research roll at difficulty 6.
Seven successes.
Okay. So you do an in-depth search of the history of Lake Erie. You find several things. First, there are many reports of people who've gone missing, people who've been found, corpses, and you have found rumors, including that the lake has been polluted and an attempt to recover many times. There are a lot of rumors of different strange effects, including reports of people hearing strange sounds, strange singing some nights, reports of encountering strange hallucinations and things like that. None of them seem to be verified by a third party, though, so you aren't sure if any of them are true or not, or if they're just random events that seem to be happening. There are situations where you see the lake has been set on fire a couple of times, a few times where people report being on the water only to feel something trying to pull them in, though nothing verifiable by a second or third party.
Interesting. So basically, lots of ghost stories and UFO sightings.
One could say that.
Which would, at least from Ethan's perspective, probably make sense given what we found. Would Ethan be aware that there are perhaps an increased level of supernatural occurrences near nodes that are uncontrolled?
I would say you can make me an intelligence and esoterica roll. See what you know. What you know about stuff.
What you know? Ooh, what you say? Yeah, 3 successes. No, wait, is this 7? You said, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 4 successes.
With 4 successes, I would say you're aware that the areas of high quintessence can cause strange things to happen. That is absolutely the case, as well as attempts to awaken or interact with magic in a node if said magic were to get out of control. What you would know as a paradox backlash could cause any number of effects. If the node is somewhat similar to the observatory you went to, and there is some sort of entrance to or area where the gauntlet is thinner, that could also be responsible for a number of these strange occurrences. But without more information, it'd be hard to pinpoint a specific cause.
That's okay. It's good information. Ethan's satisfied with his findings, and I think he'll probably turn in.
All right. Claudia, what are you doing? What do you do all day?
May I ask what day it is?
Let's see. I would say it's about Tuesday. Yeah,
Okay,
I'd say it's
day
about
off.
Tuesday.
That's fine. So she's not at she doesn't have to go in to teach anything or go to have to talk to anyone. She will actually go to the Red House, see how things are going. It's a normal day. So no groups, no families coming in, just, your day-to-day business. She'd go in, see how everyone is and walk the orchard, pick some stuff that are either ready to be harvested or take a look at things, kind of feel the ground and see where things are at leyline wise. See if everything's growing strong, but she's not really trying to use magic or anything, just walking and enjoying, just picking up things that are ready to harvest. She's carrying a basket with a little side to, get things as they are ready to harvest and whatnot. And when she comes back, she'll give one of the people, like, "Look, this needs to be dried. You can core this. Have some of this for your snack, you guys." Because she's
Alright.
done okay. Yeah, she'd give them the fruit and whatnot, let them do what they wanted to. Is it cloudy or is it sunny?
I would say it's a clear day. I wouldn't see sunny necessarily, but there are no clouds in the sky. I'll say overcast, though not stormy. I'll say.
It's probably the average day. She'd say, "You know what? Close up and go home early."
Okay.
And then she'd walk back home and probably start looking up the Cape, seeing if she's got any fabric. Just putts around the house, just taking it easy for once, because her mental state's kind of a little frazzled with the whole technocracy thing, and she's not sure what she needs to do. Maybe start looking for a mentor.
Okay. Let me just check something. Oh, you're okay here? Dear sheet really fast. Okay. Alright, as you are taking your time going throughout the day, Claudia, when you are standing in front of a window, you get just out the corner of your eye, almost imperceptible, there is a man dressed like a Norse hunter. They have a bow kind of slung over one shoulder. You can see a number of arrows on one hip. And they stand there and look at you.
She'll just nod and say out loud, "What's up?"
They don't respond.
She'll turn and look.
As you lock eyes with the hunter, I think this is going to be a great time for us to end our adventure for the evening.
Locked eyes from across the room.
I do hope you all enjoyed your adventure this evening, and to our viewers, hope you enjoyed this story, the fourth episode of our Arcane Veils campaign, as our cabal is starting to realize that having the freedom to pursue things in the midst of the Ascension War is not all that is cracked up to be. But it appears that everybody is feeling very differently about the situation, but that is fine as well. We'll go ahead and let these wonderful people tell you where you can find them throughout the internets here. And we'll go ahead and we'll start clockwise this time. So go ahead, Sir Monolith, tell the people.
Yep. You can find me at Sir Monolith on the socials, and that would probably be Blue Sky. I mean, technically I'm on Twitter. I don't really get on either of them too much unless there's something important to do, which there hasn't really been much of lately. So mostly you just find me here, being subject to Ree's whims and trying to, maybe engage in some shenanigans periodically, like blowing up cars or evaporating them, I guess.
Why not both?
Yeah.
Kian, your turn.
Hi, I'm Mari. You can find me on Twitter at Small Shadow Snack. I'm not super active over there. I am also on Blue Sky at Aurelia Crane. Again, I'm not super active over there. Or you can just come here and see me here, because this is where I usually hang out at. And if you see my cat, she's just wanting to say hi.
Meow.
All right, Claudia, your turn.
Pretty kitty. Hi, kitty. I'm Judy Von Esch. I'm all over the internet. Why? Because I can. It makes it easy to do things like this by just using data and correspondence. Hi, how are you? You can find me here. You can find me on my own channel. You can find me on Ravenous Archon's channel. And you will also find me on McSabber's channel. I am on all of the socials. Why? Because my reach is great. Unfortunately, my influence is small, but we're working on that. Other than that, hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm Kira858. This, as you know, has been an absolute blast. A very interesting, not season finale, but kind of curious who this individual is. Anyway, where you can be able to find me, you can of course find me on our YouTube channel at the Cookout TTRPG, where we have a wide variety of TTRPG goodness. But we have been on a little bit of a hiatus, and that's because I've been working on my comic book company called Snowstorm Comics. We just came back from New York Comic Con not too long ago. When debuting our first comic book series, Rise of the Nephilim. You can be able to check out all of our content at snowstormcomics.com. The standard edition is sold out, but the variant edition is available, and the second issue should be coming out very soon. So yeah, just keep an eye out. If you want to keep an eye out on when the next issue is released, just follow us on Instagram at Snowstorm Comics, or of course at our website at Snowstorm Comics. That's me.
All right. Let's see. So, if you're over on the ReeRoles Discord channel, the casting call for New York by Night, Echoes of the Undying, is ending tomorrow. So, if you want to have an opportunity to join us in that game, definitely go ahead and join and see just what you can do. A new group of vampires will be taking to the night soon. If you are interested in finding other mage games, there is I want to say the second episode of a 3-shot coming out this Friday over on the McStabber Studios channel, where their mages are dealing with a lot of stuff. They've had the wild. I think there might have been a Nexus crawler once. It was a lot of stuff. So you should go and check that out, because it was fun. It was fun. You guys should go read it. You get the real appreciation for how kind I am by watching that episode. On Saturday, you can also check out the McStabber Studios, where I will be joining a group of investigators in the 1890s, I believe, for Call of Cthulhu, episode 100. So I'm sure that's going to be a lot of fun, because it's been a journey that has been exciting, and apparently my investigator is still standing, so we'll see if that continues. And then on Saturday night, you get to join me as I get to play a vampire. I get to play Kajai, Clan La Sombra Supreme Gen in New York, in Chicago. where we get to kill some people. We might get to kill some more kindred. We've been killing a lot of people recently, really. So you can check that out, see how that goes. It's ran by our very own Claudia here, so we get to see how that goes. You get to see how she's like when she's in charge of all these things. And she gets
I'm
to be
benevolent.
Sure she is. Sure. We aren't. Then on Tuesday, we're right back with this game where our cabal gets to peer just a bit deeper into the mysteries surrounding this strange chantry and its consequences. But that's all from us tonight, so I do hope you enjoyed our story and you'll come back and check us out next time.